What's up? What's up, man? Hoop Jargon back with another dope preview for another basketball series. And so we're gonna get into my guy between the game sports, man. Without further ado, matter of fact, hold on, we got some early birds in the building. Thank y'all so much for being a part of the stream so early. Let's see. My man White Falcon 44 says first, man. Appreciate you have you coming to the stream, my friend. And Miak Mike always in the building says Warriors winning 6. I'm gonna reserve my judgment. But you may not be so far from your boy Hoop Jargon. Spoiler alert. Anyway, between the game sports, how you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. What's the word, man? Bird is the word. Shout out to Peter Griffin, man.
Ooh, Oh, man, shout out to Family Guy. That's a hilarious show. All right, so we're going to talk about it. So we're in the second round of playoffs right now. The Los Angeles Lakers will face off against the Golden State Warriors. It's going to be the battle of Cali. So just, I want to start with you, man. First things you see with the optics and the storylines. What are some of the things you say first before you say a prediction? What are some of the superlatives of the series that you see and want to call out?
Man, just as a basketball purist, this is something that you still get hyped and you still get excited to see, man. LeBron versus Curry, this generation of them both going back and forth, both of them having 4 titles. With the chance to get that fifth, it can kind of change, you see people talking about it, it can kind of change the narrative about who is the real GOAT of this generation, this era. So a lot of crazy storyline. Klay Thompson said that he's excited that he gets a chance to play against his dad's old team, Michael Thompson. Draymond Green, if they lose this series, is this it for him as a Golden State Warrior? I'm pretty much sure it is. Either way it goes, if they win the finals or not. So just a lot of implications. AD legacy is on the line. If he can stay healthy, can he be the main go-to guy and carrying a team past the defending champs? So everybody has something to play for. A lot of hype, and again, like you said, the battle of California, purple and gold versus gold and blue. So shit, let's get to it, man.
Yeah, I think a lot of implications come from this series, and I didn't see these two teams crash coursing. So this is a pleasant surprise, I have to say, man. This is good for basketball either way, no matter who you're rooting for, who you want to see win, who you want to see lose, who you have faith in or who you don't. I think all those things you kind of laid out kind of just crystallizes that perfectly. And White Falcon says, can LeBron beat Curry? Lord have mercy. I say, of course. He's elite and everything except free throws. Curry, defense, rebounds, and strength, not LeBron's. Well, let me say this. LeBron's also really bad at shooting threes. He's also really bad at defense. So to say he's elite at everything except free throws is I think that's a little tone deaf. He has a lot of deficiencies in his game. If you notice last series, the team was better with him doing less. Because and I'll get into that as we go forward. Any reactions to that, Will? And shout out to my boy NCCU Dog 98, man.
Yeah, he in the building. No, you're absolutely right. LeBron stinks at shooting threes, and for some god awful reason, he just gets into this mode where he launches his three after three after three. And I guess when you've been doing it that long and you're driving to the basket, you just say to hell with it. And a lot of times those are, I'm tired, so I'm just going to shoot it regardless. And then it plays a part that he is a poor free throw shooter. So now at this stage in his career, him not being able to get up and finish above the rim like he used to, and instead of getting the guaranteed 2 points, if he gets fouled, now he's going to the free throw line and he's very, very shaky there. So that plays a little part of it, but I think a lot of it is just like, man, I'm tired. I'm just going to shoot it any damn way because I am LeBron James. Steph Curry's defense is still shaky, even though he's improving. I'll give Steph credit. He tries.
He tries. Yes.
That's all you can ask of a guy of that nature, man. He tries. So better believe the Lakers going to put him in a plethora of pick and roll situations trying to get this switch. Even with Austin Reeves, they're going to try to allow him to boogie a little bit on Curry. So, I'm just interested to see in the role players if I want to see if Coach Ham is going to go with Lonnie Walker instead of Malik Beasley. And I say that because I think Lonnie Walker is a more athletic guy, and he might give Curry a little more trouble on the defensive end, especially if Beasley is not hitting the three. So I might go with the stronger, more athletic guy, as in Lonnie Walker instead of Malik Beasley and what's the other guy named Troy Brown, I think. So we'll see what those guys do. I'm not putting Vanderbilt on him very, very much.
Yeah, I think that well, so you see that. Well, you're saying that you don't think he's going to try to recreate that dynamic he had with putting Jared Vanderbilt on Ja Morant. You think he's going to back away from that strategy?
I will see, man. I don't think he didn't run through as many screens as he did guarding Ja Morant that he's going to run through with Steph Curry and the Warriors offense. So I think I might put him on a secondary guy and get Curry off the switch. So when he does come down off those screens or whatever, you can put Vanderbilt on somebody where he can now switch off on it. I don't want him guarding him, 94 feet like sometimes he was trying to do with Ja and whatnot. So it's a little different dynamic because Ja is more of a driver. And Curry is a guy who's more of a creator and can step back and still knock down a three. So I would be interested to see what Darvingham does off the rip.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked that because I want you to explain it down because yes, it's going to be a different job. So Ja Morant is more of a primary ball handler, ladies and gentlemen, listening audience. So you don't necessarily have to play him the same. You don't have to play Steph Curry the same way. So we saw that Jared Vanderbilt, he made a signature of guarding Ja Morant 94 feet, like stepping up on him and sometimes taking him to half court, but a lot of time, just basically just trying to frustrate him. Steph Curry, you don't have that problem because Draymond Green brings it down sometimes. Clay with his non-dribbling ass bring it down sometimes. So, you know what I mean? So it's a different approach you have to a guy who can score the same amount of points, just a different way. So I just want to kind of get that out of you, to explain it and what you did. So, okay, so we talked about the dynamic of how the defensive is for Steph Curry. Now, LeBron James has a mixed bag of results against the Golden State Warriors. I mean, we need to go down the list.
Mm-hmm.
How does LeBron look in this series, in your opinion? Before you go, I'm sorry. Say Draymond and Dylan gonna be teammates overseas. That is funny. So White Falcon says AD is better than Clay. Yikes! I say healthy. He is. Defensive paint presence is key to the Lakers' success. Clay's defense and consistency is its used like it used to be. Looney is a demon to face. Well, I don't know if I would say Looney is a demon, but Looney is a very, very consistent guy. You know what you're gonna get. I call him, and I in jest call him Kevon Olajuwon a lot. And he had a Kevon Olajuwon game 7 against the Sacramento. He just knows who he is, man. He plays within himself. And we've seen that him basically emerge as, that revolving guy at the 5 spot who they had a JaVale McGee, Festus Ezeli, Andrew Bogut, and a few other guys that they try to plug and play. He's been the most consistent thing they've seen in this Warriors dynasty. So to your point, yeah, a lot of people are saying AD gonna run wild on Kevon Looney, and listen, man, I've not seen nobody run wild on Kevon Looney yet. I'm not saying he's just a great player. He's only 6'9", but he's long, he's smart, he plays within himself. So that's definitely gonna be a different dynamic than what with the Lakers face in the first round with Steven Adams and have to plug and play. And I think I'll end up playing here. I think if Grizzlies would have played that big dude, I think Tillman is his name.
Xavier
played him
Tillman
earlier in the series. Tillman. If they'd have played him earlier in the series, they probably got different results. But I mean, that's one of the things about coaching, man. You got to see what works and what doesn't. And in a series, you really see how you move those parts on the chessboard and how they affect gameplay for an extended period of time. So let me shut up. Let's go back to what I was saying about LeBron James. Will, you have the floor.
Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say because I was just about to jump on the AD train.
Go ahead, man. Whatever ones, we'll make sure we touch all the points.
And that's why I said this is a defining moment for AD's legacy, as far as being the guy to carry a team through the defending belt, because Kevin Looney kind of got a pass. I mean, he played out of his mind, but we all know Sabonis is no Anthony Davis on the offensive end of things. And when AD was like, man, dude was a top five talent as far as being on both sides of the ball. So being able, can Kevin Looney move his feet quick enough to defend AD at the 18 to 19-foot range and defend and still defend the paint? I'm not so sure, but again, it's all dependent on if AD is just locked in, ready to rock and roll. And we all know he's one fall to the floor of a game-changing moment for AD. So. But man, when he's good, man, he's really, really good. So we'll see, man. It depends on his energy coming out. The Lakers, all they have to do is kind of withstand that first initial Golden State run and kind of keep it close. But we'll see. And as far as LeBron, I think I give him 2 games over 30. I might give him 2 games over 30. And then the rest around that 24 and 8 range, somewhere in there. But you're going to need guys, again, just to make shots. Austin Reeves, Troy Brown, Malik Beasley, Vanderbilt getting offensive rebounds, putbacks, things of that nature. I don't even know. Who the hell is that? Backup for the Lakers. Good Lord.
Rui Hachimura is going to be a big
guys like that. Well. So, and who was that spoke on? Somebody just spoke on Clay. I just don't know what I'm getting out of Clay right now. I'm first of all, I'm glad he got rid of the headband. I was sick of looking at it. I was not feeling headband Clay, and I like Clay. Clay is one of my favorite players, but he didn't have a very good closing in that game 7 as far as Clay being Clay. But again, Lakers can kind of withstand that early initial run, keep the game close, and steal one. That's all you want to do is steal one on the road. Because we know the Warriors are very, very shaky, even though they were able to. They got 3. Yeah, they got 3 on the road in Sacramento because Sacramento is such a young team. So I don't think they can do that on multiple occasions for the Lakers. So I'm trying not to go into my prediction, but I'm pretty close there. I want to see 7, but I don't think it's going to go 7. So.
Okay, and we'll stop it there. And we'll get back around. So. I like the parts y'all hitting. Before we get there, man, y'all hit the like button, please. Let's get more bodies in here, man. We're giving y'all some thorough hoop breakdown, not just some fanboy-ish. So I hope y'all appreciate, what's being said. So if nothing else, hit the like button. If you really like it, hit the super chat. Totally up to you, but let us keep going. Miak Mike says, the crown fits better on Steph Curry's head. The true king will be crowned. It's time for LeBron to abdicate the throne. Well, I don't agree LeBron has a throne. I think in name only he has a throne, but I feel that. Steph should have been the next Space Jam, maybe. See, LeBron is a 35% shooter, 3-point shooter. He will shoot. He has no choice trying to save knees and toes. Yeah, I'm with that. Nah, but seriously, this is gonna be a good series. Yeah, I think so as well. Dang it, had to watch these California games. Yeah, man. I live out in California, so it's good for me. But yeah, I know y'all struggling over in the West and East Coast. South East Coast. I know y'all struggling with these start times.
I'm talking to you earlier. I thought I was gonna do the stream. I'm like, damn, that game started at 9 o'clock. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, that's right, my alley. So it's all good. But yeah. So getting back to what we're speaking about. Listen, man. Before I retort of what you were saying. One thing I did do was look at some of the main, talking heads speak. And listen, man, I'm undefeated against Nick Wright. When Nick Wright talks about the Warriors, he is wrong every time. Spoiler alert. Go listen to what Nick Wright said, and it's probably going to be the exact opposite. And that's going to be my opinion. Like I done last year with the Warriors versus the Celtics. And I listened to this man lay out a whole diatribe why the Warriors could not score enough points to beat the Celtics. And I broke down the fallacy in his argument on the front end. I was like, that makes no sense. Team basketball negates this point maneuveration. Y'all make that word up. When you're trying to say, oh, well, he'll score this amount of points. He got to score that amount of points to come to a grand total. Like, no, that's not how basketball works. You dance to the music of basketball, meaning you go with the defense gives you and what the offense gives you. It's a dance. So Spoiler alert: Nick Wright predictably picked who he's gonna pick, and I picked the opposite. But let's keep going. All right, so and shout out to all 9 people in here. Appreciate y'all. It's kind of an impromptu show, but we wanted to give you a breakdown as we see. So moving forward, what I see with LeBron James, can he overcome the Steph Curry or the Warriors dynamic? I don't know, because LeBron has been, and I don't fault him for this, has been very pedestrian in his 22 some odd point game. Seems like every time I look up, he's scoring 22 points.
Mm-hmm.
And he's shooting a lot of threes at a very high rate, like shooting 9 threes a game and making like 3 of them. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen. So we saw back about 5-6 years ago, the bugaboo why LeBron could not beat the Warriors consistently was because it was 1 against 5, meaning, or 2 against 5 for that matter. Him and Kyrie trying to go against the team dynamic, and you're just not going to beat that because what kept happening was when LeBron was sitting down, the team had nothing. Mm-hmm. They had nothing to run. You couldn't ask, Richard Jefferson and, freaking Ryan Hollins to get you no buckets because you just run that.
Matthew Dillon.
Exactly. And shout out to Kobe Bryant, man. He called it the 2-crown system, which means all their offense is predicated off of Kyrie and LeBron and nothing else. So that was kind of the hindrance on the front end. Now, the second iteration, obviously the Lakers are not – it's not LeBron and AD or bust anymore. You got D'Lo coming in. You got Austin Reeves. You got Rui Hachimura. So you actually have a team dynamic where the Lakers can pass the ball around. And I would argue – now, I know I'm going to be in very few circles with this one. Buckle up. LeBron James damn near is a hindrance to the offense because when he's off the court, we saw the Lakers with a new nucleus play very well together of moving that ball around, sharing the sugar, as it were, and AD just going to work. So the dynamic is a little different. So I'm not going to relegate, my opinion to what is normally with the Warriors versus LeBron scenario. But I do want to accentuate that. And you mentioned him having a few 30-point games. Maybe he has that, but I think the Warriors got too many bodies to throw at him. I think the series will be won with Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis goes dummy, the Warriors don't have a lot of bodies to throw at him. Mm-hmm. So that's more or less what I have my eyes on as far as the competition. But as far as 2 and 3 guards they can throw at LeBron, the Warriors got like they can put GP2 on them if they wanted to. Yeah. They got a lot of bodies that they can throw at LeBron James, especially with his older age and him, again, not having that affinity to go to the basket anymore because, having that wear and tear on his body, having that, he settles for deep shots. Mm-hmm. Like you really can throw a lot of bodies at LeBron. So I don't think he's going to be the caveat going forward.
No, I'm with you. That's why I said I'm putting the onus on this series on Anthony Davis. If he's phenomenal, if he's playing at the top 5 level of on defense and offensive end, this is the Lakers series to win, man. I just really, really feel that way. And you mentioned D'Lo, man. How streaky or not streaky is this guy as far as his production? If you're a Lakers fan, you don't know what you're going to get out of that guy. And I want to throw in, how right were we about Jordan Poole last year?
Yeah, he's a loose cannon.
Absolutely.
You never put your eggs in a basket with that guy. He's Jordan Clarkson 2.0. Same dude.
Jordan Poole. And people be talking about LeBron has empty stats and all this other stuff. I hate the word empty stats anyway because you play a game, you're playing a game to get stats regardless, whatever the case may be. But Jordan Poole has so many front runner stats, it's ridiculous. And a lot of folks just love to see it. I'll be looking on TikTok and I'm like, man, Jordan Poole bag is ridiculous, this and that. I'm just like, dude, he's not really that good. Yes, he can, but as far as being an impactful player, I don't know if the Warriors made the right decision of paying what they paid him, $106 million or something like that. I just no, it's not there for me. With my eyes, I may be wrong, but I've been right about a whole bunch of guys in the NBA. My eyes are telling me Jordan Poole is just not it for me. But he again, if the Warriors get on the run, Jordan Poole is tremendous. As far as guarding a chair, can't do that. As far as being able to be in crunch time, as when decisions need to be made. Low IQ. People talk about low IQ. Jordan Poole has very, very low IQ. So I just, man, as you said, as you started this series can go either way. And if you're just a fan of basketball, you got to be excited about it.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I appreciate Jordan Poole for what he is, but I put him in that Lemon Pepper Lou category, that Jordan Clarkson category. Those guys you cannot build a team around. You cannot. Jamal Crawford, you just can't. They are very talented individually. They can fill the box score up like in a hurry. But if you want consistent play, you don't go with a guy like that. To the gentleman listening, to me, Jordan Poole is like a chick that you mess with just fine. She got all the stuff on paper. But when it comes to like, am I gonna make this girl my gal? Nah, can't do it. Because you know she gonna run on you. You know she gonna, she doing it for the likes, as it were, and it's not stable. And that's what I see in Jordan Poole. He is like that kind of person to a team dynamic because he just sees basketball a different way. And the way he sees basketball is very frenetic. Now, if he was more controlled, he would be more like a Manu Ginobili type because Manu Ginobili is very frenetic, but he still could rein it in. But Jordan Poole cannot rein. He just can't. That's in his DNA. He's been told a long time ago, just go be you. And what I contend is go be you is good. It's a light. It's like a flash in the pan. In a control setting, yeah. When we got nothing going, yeah, go out there and do that. But when we're actually running our stuff, hey, bro, come on, grab some pine real quick.
Yeah. Like, swing it, dog. Swing it, man. I don't know what he be thinking. I don't know what we think. Oh my goodness. I ain't talked about Draymond. I know Draymond, again, Draymond gave me the stump. We did the prediction for the playoffs. I said Draymond gonna give me at least two ticks, but he gave me a stump, so that's equivalent. That's equivalent.
Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all so much, man. We should have 100 here, but we ain't got 100. We got 9 deep, and y'all my loyalists, man. I appreciate y'all being a part of this, man. This is real hoop talk, no fodder. We're gonna tell you what we see from 2 former Division I players, just telling you the way we see it. So we talked about AD, we talked about Steph, we talked about Clay kind of just, falling off. In my opinion, this is going to be the Warriors' final act. I love the fact that they went and got Andrew Wiggins, and Andrew Wiggins got a chance to reverberate his career. And I think he's going to be the person that when the Warriors lost to the Cavaliers in 2016, it was because of Harrison Barnes. I'm going to just say it. Harrison Barnes was the reason they lost. He played like ASS. When it was up to him to show up, the deficiencies, and this dude was just missing wide open shots, just playing like, he learned basketball yesterday. Also, Festus Ezeli was a big part of why the Cavaliers, the Cavaliers won. So this go around, I look at Kevon Looney again. He'll never be the person that stands out on stat sheet. When you're playing NBA 2K fantasy draft, you'll never take Kevon Looney. I get it. Yeah. He's never a guy that will have your attention. But if you have a system in place, in my opinion, he's going to come in and be that stalwart or that staple as far as just do what Coach asks you to do. So with this go around, I think Kevon Looney is going to earn the respect of a lot of people this go around. I think that a lot of people are just not going to expect it because, the Lakers have the star power. Now, I know we're talking about Steph Curry coming off a 50-point game, in a game 7. But the Lakers have the star power. They have AD and they have LeBron. Obviously, more talent as far as, mainstay talent. However, I think Kevon Looney is going to surprise a lot of people in showing up that middle and going forward. Now, the real story is, can the Lakers stop the jump shooting of the Warriors? And in my opinion, well, I'm gonna go a step further. The absolute bottom line story is, can the Lakers, as a newly formed team who playing well together, let the record show, can they beat a team that knows themselves, that plays inside themselves, that plays control, who understands how a series is won? And I told people, after the Warriors lost game 1, I was like, oh, Warriors in 6. And I was wrong. They won in 7. I said this after they lost against the Kings game 1 as the lower seed. I'm like, oh, if you telling me Malik Monk and and De'Aaron Fox are going off for like combined 80 points, you tell me that's the formula to beat the Warriors? Oh, I'll take the under all day and tomorrow. Like, shout out to Lil Wayne. I'm taking that all day and tomorrow. So with this, how that plays to what I'm saying now is the Warriors know who they are. They're battle tested, and the Lakers again playing a high level basketball, but with a first year head coach, with a new concept, and there's still gelling issues that are still happening on the fly. Do you see the Lakers with their new nucleus beating the Warriors, who've just been a fine-tuned machine forever? Do you see that happening?
Damn, man. I don't know. I don't know, and I guess I can kind of throw it back at you as you were saying that the Lakers are a new team, but if we're looking at it, the Lakers have the best record since the All-Star break. So shout out to the GM. I can't think of his name right now.
Rob Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka. The Lakers have the best record since the All-Star break, and that means nothing in the grand scheme of things in the playoffs.
Well, we also have the easiest schedule.
Yeah. It'd be like we started out the season with one of the hardest schedules. So
yeah.
It's very, very tough. But for me with the Warriors, man, the Warriors have always gotten a lucky break as far as a star player being injured. This is how their dynasty started. What was it, 2014, 2015? 2014, I think. Their first championship. They did not play not one starting point guard that whole playoff series. Tony Parker was out. Who was the starting point guard for the Rockets? I think Patrick Beverly. Who else did they play? Good Lord. But in the finals, they played Cleveland, I believe, which Kyrie Irving was gone. And then you backdoor now, you get De'Aaron Fox with the, hurt index finger, kind of hurt them a little bit, kind of threw off their momentum. But I think you said Warriors in 6. I think I might have said Warriors in 5. So I was completely wrong about that. Anyway, but as people are watching this series, I want them to watch something as far as, and you're talking about the big man, Kevin Looney. Can he defend without fouling? And I say that because the Lakers, I want to say they're top 2 in the NBA in getting to the free throw
line. Absolutely.
The Warriors are top 3 in committing fouls. So if y'all watching the series, y'all pay attention to how it's being called and who's getting those fouls and who's getting to the line. So if Kevin Looney gets some foul trouble, AD's been aggressive, even though he's one of those stars who doesn't beg for calls a lot, which is really, really weird. But I want y'all to pay attention to that. But as far as your question, I guess I can go ahead and get my prediction. If LeBron is being half-assed and the Warriors are on, I'm going Warriors in 6. And if AD he has 2 or 3 monster games where he's like 40 and 15, I might go Lakers in 7.
Yeah, so and that's literally my pick. I got the Warriors in 6, unless AD goes dummy. If AD goes dummy, I got the Lakers in 7. So I don't want to be that guy hedging my opinion, but that's literally my take. I just think that the Warriors know who they are. And they're fortunate to be in a year where the matchups are favorable. You will be against a young Kings team, and then, like you said, De'Aaron Fox got hurt a little bit. That's a perfect scenario for them. Now you come up against a fly by the seat of your pants Lakers team, where you don't have a lot of identity, but you have some recent success. I mean, we all have seen that. The Warriors are chomping at their bits, in my opinion. Yeah. I think Memphis would have gave the Warriors a way tougher series. Just being frank, as far as the matchups are concerned, because there's no big man advantage. So now the fact that the Warriors have that in their midst, and you got Andrew Wiggins, he's back. He's back matriculated. Steph Curry playing out his mind. I think that bodes unfavorably for the Lakers, because the Lakers, again, we talked about Jared Vanderbilt earlier. He can't check Steph Curry the same way he was doing John Morant, because Steph Curry plays off ball. And so if you focus all that, one of the hardest things in the world now, playing on ball is hard. Let's be frank. But playing off-ball defense is very difficult as well. So if you telling me the Lakers have the luxury to, the Warriors the luxury to have their best defender from the Lakers guard him, I think that they can still maintain, because that's not how the Warriors really play. Like, yes, Steph went for 40, but that's not how they play, though. It's not just all predicated throughout Steph. It's just when Steph is hot, I mean, he get hot like we've seen nobody in this world playing this sport. So with that being said, man, I think that the Warriors just sticking to what they do, having better coaching experience. And listen, I want to say this too. Darvin Ham has been doing a bang-up job for a first-year head coach. He's been doing a damn good job for a first-year head coach. So I don't want to dismiss that brother at all. But I think that experience and, like, you know, what they call it, muscle memory is going to come more into play in this series. And I got Warriors in 6, man.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of folks. There's a lot of folks riding with that same theory, and just because they don't see the gentleman's sweep coming, as far as the Lakers and the Warriors being so shaky on the road. And I said this before the season started, and I think I said this on your preview show before the playoffs started. I was like, man, this is a playoff that is literally anybody can go and win a championship. And then I said, if the Warriors are healthy. The Warriors are healthy. They're going back to back, and just look at what's happening. Philly when it snuck one in Boston. James Harden turned back the times the clock for a little bit. Giannis going down with a back injury caused Miami to get their flow. Jimmy Butler is questionable tonight. Jalen Brunson is questionable tonight. Chris Paul, his groin gave out, as we all knew was going to happen at some point. So, like, the Warriors are just such a fortunate. And again, to be a championship team, man, it takes a lot of luck. It takes a lot of skill, but it takes a lot of luck. And they've been very, very, very lucky over these years. Shout out to them for capitalizing on it. So, again, anything can change with a wrist injury, or ankle injury, an AD, cramp, whatever. He got to go change his underwear, whatever the case may be. Like, it's wide open. But again, so if it's that wide open, then you want to place your bets, and you're going to hedge your bets on the what is it? The not defined product, the given product, or the proven product, which is the Golden State Warriors.
Agreed. And shout out to Jay Bigwater, man. He says, I don't think there's really anyone on the Lakers that can stop Curry except maybe Schroeder. And Schroeder's going to be a good person in this series as well, man. I love Dennis Schroeder. I've always liked his name. What you say?
They got a lot of bodies to throw at Steph.
They do. The Lakers have a lot of bodies to throw at Steph. I love Dennis Schroeder's IQ. I call him Baby Rondo all the time. I've been saying that for like years. With a jumper, but not necessarily as a point guard as it was like Rondo, but very similar build, got those wide shoulders, very similar in stature. So yeah, I like what the Lakers can throw at Steph, but I just don't think. I mean, I never went to a series thinking you beat the Warriors by stopping Steph Curry. That's not what the Lakers are. I'm sorry, it's not what the Warriors are. The Warriors are a combination of all those pieces. It's not just stop Steph Curry. That's not what they are, because they move the ball so well.
Shout out to Thunder comment below though. you have to put moving screens. You need to put moving screens, not 5 screens.
Yeah, well, I mean, Draymond be throwing some sus screens out there.
It's bad. It's bad. They don't even try to disguise it. But the referees don't let them get away with it, and then they do it.
That's fair. That's definitely fair.
That's a great question.
D-Lob says, so bigger question, what does a win-lose do for LeBron Steph legacy? I'm pretty sure what they talked about on Undisputed in First Take. I didn't catch their discussion, but yeah, it's definitely a legacy discussion. So I'll let you, I'll yield the floor to you first, man. What do you think about the legacy implications of this series?
Well, as far as Steph Curry losing this series, I don't think it does anything for him, because he's just such a likable guy. People don't. He's the underdog. He's the light skin. They call him babyface assassin. He wasn't supposed to be, who he was. The expectations weren't that high.
of him. So I don't think it does anything as far as his legacy being diminished. Now, if he wins it, that puts him with 5. And then, people are now going to start. I've seen some folks now saying that he's the best point guard ever, which I still can't really give him that yet, even though he's a
Agreed.
bad, bad, he's a bad son of a gun. LeBron, I think his legacy is kind of cemented, man. Win, lose, or draw. I don't think he can, but folks are going to talk regardless. But as far as in the basketball world and the NBA world, in those eyes, he's good. But as far as in the fans' eyes, they're gonna let him have it. I mean, absolutely let him have it. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I think LeBron loses nothing here, but he gains a ton. If he wins this series, then the Golden State argument or discussion piece comes back. It's like a redemption situation. So in that regard, yeah, LeBron stands to gain a lot from this. As far as we loses,
if he does beat this group, he will be the guy, per se, to break up to end the Golden State's tenure or their dynasty.
Yeah. So that's always, in my opinion, that's always LeBron's story. It's about narrative. So from a narrative standpoint, you come and break up the Warriors dynasty. First the Fat Boys break up, now this, right? Mm-hmm. so if you come and do that, then absolutely, man, like that only elevates his profile. So yeah, I mean, if he loses, like, oh well, it's a new team he had, which is true. I mean, I'm not gonna blame LeBron for losing. I don't like LeBron James like that, but I'm not gonna sit here and blame him if we lose this series. I mean, I just know we're under a man team. We're on a nice little swell on high. That's cool, but ultimately, we're not in a position to dictate anything. This is a series where we're outmatched with a higher seed team who plays very well at home. They have home court advantage, and that's just the brass tacks of it.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm ready for it. I'm gonna watch probably till halftime. That's it. I'll check the score in the morning.
You said what now?
I said I'll probably watch it until halftime. I'll check the score in the morning.
Oh yeah, well, I might hit a bar and check it out, man, because this is gonna be prime central around this piece where I stay. But so yeah, no, I mean, I guess that's all I got on that, man. I just so let's bring it back. What is your staunch opinion, your staunch prediction before we end the show out?
If all plays out how I think it plays out, just everybody's legit, everybody's healthy, I got Warriors in 6. No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Okay. And I got the same. I got Warriors in 6. If AD goes dummy, then I got Lakers in 7. But as it were, just on paper right now, with no games played, I got Warriors in 6. And as a Lakers fan, obviously I want my Lakers to win, but that's just my own opinion. See, me like Mike says, LeBron owns the media, so he writes his own narratives. It's always a win-win for him. Yeah, and that's kind of my problem. That's why, as a Lakers fan, it's hard for me to enjoy my Lakers because, like you see the play, like it's almost like they insult your intelligence. Like you see that everything's set up for him to be like the protagonist in everything. So I'm just like, no, I evaluate basketball on what I see, not just off of what you're telling me I should see. So it is a little goofy in that regard, to me, at Mike's point. Yeah, exactly. So the same thing with the age excuse. It's the same thing. They say, oh, for 38 years old, he's doing something a 38-year-old's never done. Okay, so where's accountability? Like, where is the benchmark of like, okay, so you basically can't do you can do no wrong in any way, and I'm not with that.
Yeah, that's just like when dudes, like, we used to go play college and stuff, and then a girl will get up on the court, and then I'll be out there giving her buckets or whatever. And people are like, man, she's a girl. I'm like, damn, that if she's on the court, you on the court, then you better produce. So as far as LeBron, you on the court. If you're on the court, LeBron at 38 years old, so damn it, then play it. Don't give me the excuse. Oh man, I'm 38, man. No shit, you was 38. You was 38 the whole season.
That's a good analogy. That's a very good analogy.
I ain't got time for it. If you on the court now, damn it, you better produce that shit.
No, that's a really good analogy, and I don't personally, I give that no credence. Like that holds no weight to me. So when people say that, I'm like, yeah, no, because it's a safety valve, a safety blanket that you can just play any way you want to. And I see that as manipulative, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good on that. Me personally, I'm good. And shout out to Flight Sports TV, man. Y'all go sub to my guy, man. He got the hottest late night show every night. He go hard every night. Where your boy be lazy over here on the late night tip. So man, shout out to my guy Flight Sports TV, man. Yeah, D Live knows up. So yeah, all right. So in summation, I'm on the land of plane here. I got the Warriors in 6 games. For the aforementioned parts, if you just came in, go back and listen. You see our points. And Will, you got any closing remarks before we end the stream?
No, man, that's it, man. Like I said, I told Mike yesterday I was gonna do the game, man. I don't think I'm doing it. So I'm gonna be watching like everybody else is, man. No, that's it. I'm glad you hear me. I'm always down to talk some basketball. So
yeah, for sure, man. We do this, it's just like walking down the park, man. Talking basketball is nothing.
Like Coach used to say, ain't no hip hop, ain't no hip hop
to the barbershop. That's so funny. Thunder says, has Klay Thompson fell off? I think so a lot. But the beauty of what Golden State does, you don't need Klay Thompson to be a monster. You need Klay Thompson to do his job. Make open shots. That's it. What do you think, Will?
What he says, Klay Thompson fell off. Yeah, man. I mean, coming off two crazy injuries like that, yes, that's just human nature, man. Like that's just the basketball world, basketball guys. Yeah, you're gonna fall off a little bit, especially as you get older. You're gonna fall off a little bit.
Damn, Will. Hey, man, the people requesting your services, man. They want to play by play.
Nah, I might have to get it in Thursday. I might. When they play again Thursday, I might. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it today, man.
What time did they play tonight?
It's 9 o'clock Central Time.
Central, so 7 o'clock my time. Yeah, I'll be at work still. I get off at 8. I would take the mantle. Oh, it's just I don't get off to 8. Dang.
I might. If I can get a quick nap in, I might go ahead and do it.
Man, don't get it out, man. The people requesting your services, sir. So just saying. So D-Lob says, as we close the show out, says, man, we got KD, Bron, Steph in the postseason. What an era of basketball to watch. Agreed, yeah. Sir.
Even though KD last night.
Yeah, man. Phoenix is in trouble, man. KD's my favorite player. Y'all know that. Yeah, man.
That's another. And it's so crazy is that I've been saying all year nobody fears Denver, and like they basically telling me to shut between the games sports. So I've been saying all year nobody fears Denver.
I think that they don't, but I think Denver is at a good stead, man. They play the Timberwolves with nobodies. Yeah. You play a new formed nucleus with the the Suns. We don't have no bigs. Well, you got DeAndre Ayton, but you have a lot of depth at big.
They ain't got no big.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a perfect scenario. It's a perfect storm, as it were. So yeah. I still don't put no stock in Denver, but I mean, listen. Sometimes opportunity breeds best results, and I think that that's what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, and that's what I said on the previous show before the playoffs started. I said, man, just think about how good Jamal Murray is, that he might not ever make an All-Star team, but the dude is really damn good.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, you said that, and it reigns true. It just does. It just does. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. So, I'm about to get back to my my vocation. And Will, thank you for being part of the show, man. And we will hit you on the flip side.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.